Bino, aka Jay's Dialysis Life. This is part two. Part two to my dialysis story, the beginning. I'm gonna break it down more and more in the beginning of my journey on dialysis and kidney failure. That's very important. I want to point that out. This whole journey started with me dealing with kidney failure. All right? Subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, comment. I check my stuff, man. I check my things. Anyways, let's get into it. If you've seen the first video, then you get a little hint. But if you didn't see the first video, go check it out. Dialysis story part one. This is part two, the beginning. This all started out with kidney failure, me being on dialysis. I ended up getting sick because I'd never been sick in my life. You know what I'm saying? And I ended up getting sick. Started throwing up. It was like 9th grade. I said I was throwing up a lot. There was I want to say there was 3 different occasions in school where I had just yacked. Couldn't make it to the bathroom. I just yacked. And then the school was just like, yo, it's like the 3rd time something's wrong. You got to get him checked. But we had been getting checked. They thought it was like that I was lactose intolerant or I was eating the wrong thing. And even some of the teachers thought that I was like on something. I was like, no. Hell no. I just remember I didn't feel right. I remember sitting in class. I remember getting very hot or dizzy. And I don't know, it would just come up. I would rush out and wouldn't even make it to the bathroom. But I had went to see a doctor. Mind you, I'm 14, 15, 9th grade. Anyways, we're gonna fast forward. Cause y'all heard the part about my mom's bringing me to the doctors and we get blood drawn and everything. I got switched to a couple different hospitals and they took the little tests and all of that, and come to find out that I guess my kidneys stopped working when I was 8 years old. They stopped working. They stopped growing at 8 years old. And we didn't find out till I was 14, 15. Crazy, right? Before all this had occurred, I was very into basketball. Basketball was my everything. You know what I mean? And music. I swore I was gonna be some DJ or just something that had to do with music because I was just so in love with music. But I just remember when this came, everything stopped. Everything had stopped. I felt like shit was over. So, not one kidney failing, 2 kidneys. 2 kidneys. And it was man, they told my parents, you either bring him home, make it comfortable for him, or we do peritoneal dialysis. Peritoneal dialysis 1 was the worst. The worst. Before that, I just spent that whole transition to being on dialysis period, I was in the hospital for a little bit over a month. Imagine never being sick in your life, never experiencing anything that had to do like hospitals, anything like that, but having to deal with something as serious as kidney failure. It's an organ. So it's in you, and you can die from it. So, of course, teenager, I'm scared out of my mind. Scared out of my mind. I had my family and music to get through this whole ordeal, because it was rough. Every day was something. Every day was a procedure or something, getting tested or something for like a month, a little bit over a month straight. I remember them saying, all right, you're going to get to go home soon, but first you have to have this procedure. And for y'all don't know what peritoneal dialysis is, you know what I mean? It's like being on hemodialysis, but there's a tubing in your stomach or wherever they decide to put it, and they clean out the toxins through that. It's a whole deal. I'm gonna touch a little bit at the end of this video. I had to get a procedure for that, and not only that, I had to learn how to live on peritoneal dialysis. My whole lifestyle was going to change. My whole lifestyle was going to change, man. Mind you, 14, 15 years old. Big life transition. Had the procedure. Came out okay. Those next 1 or 2 days, they was just teaching me. People were coming in constantly just teaching me how to work it and everything. I was sore. Never had surgery in my life. Tube hanging out my stomach. I had to live with a tube hanging out my stomach. A lot of things just going through my mind. Side note, ladies and gentlemen, you have a child at a young age that's going through something dramatic like this. Very important that you make that decision. Maybe they could talk to a child therapist, or they could just talk to a therapist, period. Because I remember me at a young age going through this. I think that would have actually helped a lot. You know what I'm saying? No regrets now, but if you have a child, or even if you're going through it yourself, it's okay. I recommend it. Child therapist, regular therapist, don't matter. Someone to talk to when you're going through this. Again, I had to learn how to live on peritoneal dialysis. I got the gist of it. They taught my mom also, because like I said, I'm a teenager. So once we learned it good, and they said they picked a date for me to go home. When they said I can go home, man, I thought I was coming out of jail. I thought I was coming out of jail. I was so amped to come home. But I know when I come home, I'm not thinking about all these appointments, follow-up appointments, and all that. I'm only saying this because, look, it's a lot to go through. And yes, you have to do it. You have to do it because it's important. It's your life. But it's a lot to go through, and it can take a toll on a person only because we are only human. We are only human. You can try to be the hardest person, or tough guy, or tough lady, or strong woman, strong man on this planet, but we are all human. We all feel things, And if somebody tells you that they don't feel anything, they're fucking lying. Because they got to a point, they obviously feel something where they are now, they are like, I don't feel nothing. I'm just numb. This and the third. That person is feeling a lot of pain that they have to let out. Come on, man. This dialysis story, the beginning, it was a lot about if, not even if, I know for a fact that people or kids or teenagers that going through dialysis are going through something serious, health-wise, anything, that they shouldn't be ashamed to talk to somebody. That it's okay to talk to somebody that can actually help to talk to somebody. It can help to talk to somebody. Peritoneal dialysis. Remember I told y'all, sit there, give you a little insight of peritoneal dialysis. Look it up for y'all, because I'm not good at explaining things, so Google your best friend. Alright, hopefully I'm saying it right, first of all. Peritoneal dialysis. Peritoneal dialysis is a treatment for kidney failure that uses the lining of your abdomen or belly to filter your blood inside your body. Healthcare providers call this lining the peritoneum. A few weeks before you start peritoneal dialysis, a surgeon places a soft tube called a catheter in your belly. So, like I said, peritoneal dialysis is cleaning out your blood, man, filtering out your blood also. But this one, like, you don't go to no clinic. I did this at home. So, it's two types: hemodialysis and peritoneal dialysis. Peritoneal dialysis. Remember I told y'all, sit there, give you a little insight of peritoneal dialysis. Look it up for y'all, because I'm not good at explaining things, so Google your best friend. Alright, hopefully I'm saying it right, first of all. Peritoneal dialysis. Peritoneal dialysis is a treatment for kidney failure that uses the lining of your abdomen or belly to filter your blood inside your body. Healthcare providers call this lining the peritoneum. A few weeks before you start peritoneal dialysis, a surgeon places a soft tube called a catheter in your belly. So, like I said, peritoneal dialysis is cleaning out your blood, man, filtering out your blood also. But this one, like, you don't go to no clinic. I did this at home. So, it's two types: hemodialysis and peritoneal dialysis. Now, hemodialysis. In hemodialysis, a dialysis machine and a special filter called an artificial kidney or a dialyzer are used to clean your blood, to get your blood into the dialyzer. The doctor needs to make an access or entrance into your blood vessel. This is done with minor surgery, usually to your arm. That's the one I'm on hemodialysis. I have the one in my arm. My official is like right up in here. Matter of fact, I'll show y'all. What's wrong with your arm, man? What's wrong with your face? See that? Things we live with, man. Still a beautiful life out here. Bino, aka Jay's Dialysis Life. Hope y'all got a little bit of insight, man. Dialysis Life Part 2, the beginning. There'll be more coming soon. Subscribe, like, share, hit the notification bell, comment. I check my things, man. I check my things. Stay up. God bless. Stay strong. Life is beautiful. I know we're going through crap, but life is beautiful. Remember that. You got something to live for. Put here to do something bigger than ourselves, we can find a diamond in this life, this hard life that we're living through, man. You heard? Well, put on the pressure. God bless. Bino, stay up.